Welcome to AI Historian Channel, where history comes alive with the power of AI. The Fall of Bataan and the Death March, a tragic chapter in Philippine history. April 9th, 1942, a day of heartbreak and sorrow. The Fall of Bataan marked one of the darkest moments in Philippine history. The events that followed the Bataan Death March became one of the most harrowing war crimes of World War II. But how did this happen? On December 7th, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, dragging the United States into World War II. Hours later, Japanese forces bombed Manila, an American colony at the time, and quickly advanced. By December 22nd, Japanese troops had landed in Lingayen Gulf, forcing U.S. and Filipino forces to retreat to Bataan and Corregidor. General Douglas MacArthur, commander of the Allied forces, declared Manila an open city to prevent its destruction. For months, the defenders of Bataan fought bravely despite being outgunned, outnumbered, and plagued by hunger and disease. Supplies were running out and no reinforcements were coming. On March 11, 1942, General MacArthur left for Australia, famously declaring, "I shall return." But those left behind had no such promise. April 9, 1942. After months of relentless fighting, Major General Edward King Jr. surrendered more than 76,000 Filipino and American troops to the Japanese. It was the largest U.S. military surrender in history. The Japanese, unprepared for so many prisoners, saw them as burdens. What followed was the brutal Bataan Death March. The captured soldiers were forced to march over 100 kilometers from Mariveles to San Fernando, Pampanga, with no food, no water, and suffering from disease. It became a nightmare. Anyone who lagged behind was beaten, bayoneted, or executed. Some were buried alive. Others who tried to drink from streams were shot. One survivor recalled, "The sun burned our backs, our feet bled, and the stench of death filled the air." Another described seeing his friends collapse, never to rise again. The march took days. Those who survived were crammed into train cars and transported to Camp O'Donnell, where thousands more perished. An estimated 10,000 prisoners died during the march. In 1944, General MacArthur made good on his promise. He returned. The Philippines was liberated, but the scars of war remained. After the war, the world learned of the horrors of the Bataan Death March. General Masaharu Homma, the Japanese commander responsible, was tried for war crimes and executed in 1946. Today, the memory of Bataan lives on. Every year, Filipinos and Americans commemorate Araw ng Kagitingan, the Day of Valor, to honor those who suffered and died. The Fall of Bataan and the Death March were not just stories of suffering, but of resilience and heroism. It is our duty to remember so that such horrors never happen again. The heroes of Bataan may have fallen, but their legacy endures. They fought, they suffered, but they never surrendered in spirit. Let us never forget their sacrifice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget